Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Going on Daily. I am Becky. I'm here with Captain Ron. Good morning.
Good morning, Becky.
Good
How are you today?
morning. You know what? I'm cold. It is very
Cold.
cold up in Canada land. Very
How cold
snowy.
is it up there?
Well, you know what? It's not as cold as it gets. Let's just put that. January, February, it's the coldest ever. Let me just convert Celsius to Fahrenheit because once we get into the negatives, I have no idea how to convert them. About -6 Fahrenheit. So that's about -21 Celsius. So this
Wow.
morning, and like I've got teenagers, right? My kids are like, I'm not wearing a jacket. And I'm like, yeah, you will be wearing a jacket. It's
So it's
freezing
that
out.
cold there right now? Minus
Mhm.
6
Yeah.
Fahrenheit? Holy. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So we have a lot of snow. It snowed all weekend. So we probably have pushing a foot of snow where I am.
All right. So now do you cancel school up there when it
No,
snows?
no.
I didn't think so.
When you
A
get
snowflake falls here and oh my God,
right.
everything is closed.
I mean, I wish because then it would mean that everything is closed for 6 months. However, it has to be
Yes.
about, let me look here, minus 18 Fahrenheit, roughly, -18 for it to start closing down. Then the buses will stop and then school will still be open, but like no one goes to it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets
Certainly
cold.
different. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
even like when Buffalo it snows, they don't stop school. They
Well, they're
get like
used to
3
it.
feet of snow at a time, and it's like they
You're
still
right.
function,
I mean,
and
they're
we
used
can't
to it.
function with an inch.
And that's not even that far from you, hey? But you guys don't get the same kind of snow?
No, because they get the lake effect snow, so
Mhm.
it just keeps snowing all winter, pretty much.
Right.
I
Yes.
remember one year it snowed for like 33 days in a row in Buffalo.
Lord, that's
Yeah, they had
wild.
like, I don't know, 4 feet of snow by the time it was all done.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that
it's like
sounds pretty familiar.
it's yeah, it's different from over here, I mean, we get
Mhm.
those, like, blizzards and stuff like that, but it's been less and less every year.
I love global warming.
Yeah. So we're getting mostly rain most of the time now.
Fun fact, I was doing some research once upon a time, as I do, and Alberta, where I live, so again, picture I'm above like Montana area.
Yep.
It used to be tropical. Back in like dinosaur days, we used to be tropical. So I would love
Really?
for it to get back to that again.
It's heading there.
I figure like British Columbia, California, like the whole coast is gonna fall. It's on the San Andreas fault line. It's gonna fall into the ocean one of these days.
Yeah,
Leaving
probably.
Alberta, Montana, I don't know what's under that. Utah, like we're gonna
Yeah,
be
all those, like,
coastal.
Colorado, all the way down there.
Yeah, we're gonna be tropical coastal once again. I have faith for my lifetime.
Well, they're saying that the North Pole is shifting, so
Oh,
Santa's gonna
really?
move.
Oh, really?
It's moving to Russia.
Oh, wow. The Russians will be
So
happy about that, I guess.
well, Siberia will still be Siberia.
There are some years where it'll post up somewhere on the news like the coldest places in the world, and where I live is still colder than Siberia.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just you don't need to get exiled to Siberia, get exiled to Edmonton, you'll be just as
There you go.
miserable. Yes.
There you go.
I don't even mind the cold. I just hate driving in the snow. Sucks.
Yeah, like, it would be perfect if, like, the snow only fell, like, on the grass.
Right. Leave the roads perfectly dry.
Is there a way this can happen?
I don't know. They weather modify all kinds of things, so I would assume so. Or just make heated roads. The problem is here, like it ices over very fast because our temperature will fluctuate so much in a day or in a week or whatever. So it'll be like super snowy, and then all of a sudden it'll be in the positives again. So it'll be melting, and then it'll get cold at night, and then everything just turns to ice. So and then snow again, and then it's a horrible cycle for about 6 months.
Yeah, I think it's we're gonna see weather changes everywhere,
Hmm.
and if the North Pole is actually shifting,
Hmm.
that's gonna drift that cold area, with it. I'm guessing.
Oh,
I'm
good.
guessing.
Take it
Could be
to. so.
I'm not a geologist. Is it a geologist that would know that?
Yeah, I would think so. That's like the study of the earth and rocks and stuff.
Yeah. See? Hey, I learned
Meteorologist,
something
I
in
don't know.
school.
Good for you. So, if you are just tuning in for the first time, we are going on daily. We are on many days a week, everything but Friday and Sunday, basically.
Yeah,
You
5 days a
can
week.
check us out on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You can check us out on Facebook at RI Broadcasting. You can check us out on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. And of course, please support us on Patreon at RI Broadcasting. Get yourself some merch from the show. We would love for you to keep us going.
Got my tea.
Got your tea. That's right. So let's get into the first story here. This one is, I hate to like start the day. Like, I have this like cute background. It's so Christmassy. And then I'm going to get into this twisted story. I don't know why I do this to everybody. So, not sure if you've
Gotta
heard
cover
this.
it, right?
Yeah, we gotta cover it. That's right. Oh, I like your little note. Donate to your local food shelter. Yes, I love that. Your food banks, your food shelters, your homeless shelters. Do all the things. Volunteer. Love that. Okay, so there is a TikTok famous family. They are called the Harris family, and they are from Australia. It is Alana, the mom, and I think that Brock is the dad. And they're about 30 years old ish, I would say. And over recent, I would say, months, they have gotten several followers, like a million. So I think like once you're into the millions on TikTok, like you're monetized, you know.
Yeah,
I don't understand TikTok because like people follow the most stupid stuff. My kid will show me pages she
I
follows,
know.
and I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you making this person famous? All it is a teenage girl being like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, so this family is TikTok famous. Well, recently, the mom has come out saying that their baby, I think she's only about 18 months old, if that, saying that she has brain tumors, lots of brain tumors. And I mean, that's heartbreaking. Anyone who's a parent, anyone who's not a parent, like it's heartbreaking when a child is sick. And she said that this baby has needed 2 brain surgeries to remove the tumors and things like that. A GoFundMe was started to pay for medical expenses and things like that. Well, it has come out that Alana Harris, the mom, is drugging her daughter.
Oh my God.
Munchausen by proxy.
How
Kate,
how old is the kid?
a year, 1 year old. Yeah. So her drugging the child has actually led to many medical procedures, trying to figure out what's wrong with this kid, right? Like brain swelling and tumors and things like that. And this mom goes to TikTok and cries and says, "Oh, my daughter has this." And this one video is real sinister now when you hear the story, but she's crying because her daughter has this and this, and then she's like kind of kept her composure and she's like, "I need coffee. I need a new coffee maker." No, like this. And so, what she's doing is that people are sending her gifts as they do. Again, these people don't need your money. They're TikTok famous. They have money coming in. They don't need you to send them gifts. And yet, that's probably what she was doing because she has a lot of videos where she's unboxing gifts that people have sent her, which I think is really weird because, like, I don't know, like most of us can barely even buy our own kids gifts. So like we're just going to send randos gifts. But anyway, these allegations are made against
People do it though. It's craziness.
I know.
And I hate when people abuse it like this. This is just sick.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. So it sounds like the nurses that the child was in the care of had actually seen the mom's videos after the fact on TikTok or social media or wherever. And they said that there were some discrepancies in the way that Alana was describing her daughter's illnesses. Um, Apparently, the reason that these discrepancies exist is because the child was not actually sick ever to begin with. It says that the way that the mom was describing the tumors and things like that, the nurses were like, "No, that's not what we found." And then when the mom says she's had 2 surgeries to deal with the tumors or to remove the tumors or whatever, the nurses were like, no, these were exploratory surgeries to see what was causing the child to be sick. Now, the reason that they can substantiate the child being sick is that she's sleeping for something like 21 hours a day. And I
Oh
mean,
boy,
anyone who's had a 1-year-old knows that that is not accurate. You
that's
would
not
love them to
happening.
sleep 21 hours a day,
That's
but
not
they
happening.
don't. It said that the nurses who were questioning this decided to run a tox panel, and found that she had elevated levels of benzodiazepines in her system.
Oh, come on.
So, I mean, that's wild. So now Daisy is the name of the baby, and the other three children were all removed from their custody. It sounds like Daisy is doing well. She's in protective care. The dad then came out saying that he had no idea what was going on. He didn't know what she was up to. He says, excuse me, that he pushed for those surgeries because he thought that they were necessary. He also said that he regretted the fact that he hadn't figured out what was going on sooner, and that he loves his children and that he's so sorry.
Now, do
But
you
like,
think that's true?
I mean, moms can be weird,
Because a
especially moms trying
father
to get
doesn't
TikTok
have
famous.
that instinct like the mom would, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
that's just
You're right.
fact.
I think the husband would likely believe what his wife was saying because realistically, he probably goes to work and is gone all day,
Right.
and the mom is a stay at home mom with her kids all day. So
Right.
if she saw her child sleeping for 21 hours a day, then she would report it back to him. So I think there was a possibility that he could be telling the truth, but I don't
It's
know.
just disturbing. You know,
Yeah,
we do a lot of stories on the show. This is what our 96th episode already
crazy.
this year,
Yes.
and we've covered a lot of different
Hmm.
things. This
Hmm.
is right up there. I
It
mean,
is.
to
Yeah.
purposely do something to your child
Yeah.
is sick.
Yep. It is. I'm just reading on a different website here. She was saying that the child was also having seizures. So they were thinking epilepsy, which is a brain disorder.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
tumors and epilepsy, if there's a tumor on a certain part of the brain, you're going to have tumor or seizures. So I guess it makes sense to me that the doctors would want to go in and try and find something, especially if they were doing CT scans or MRIs or whatever and not seeing anything. It's easier to take a look inside. But like this poor baby had to endure all of this while the mom just went to TikTok. People are saying she did it for clout, she did it for clicks and likes and GoFundMe and things like that. Well, obviously the GoFundMe has been deleted. I mean, those people are never getting their money back, but like, stop donating to
Yeah.
people you don't know. I don't know. It's just to
Yeah.
me, at least,
At least GoFundMe did something about it, right?
yes, for sure, for sure.
I mean,
Now,
that's at least that's somebody that is aware of what happened and they're correcting it at least to a point,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
I
mhm.
mean, because TikTok probably isn't like shutting it down.
Oh, well, no, why would it? All the likes and people talking about it. Yeah, right. I
Right.
couldn't find her page online. Like, I found fan pages, I found controversy pages, but I couldn't find the family's actual page. It says that the mom
Well,
has
maybe they did
come,
shut it down.
well, I hope so, or she shut it down, or her lawyer, or something. Um, it does say that she had addressed the news, saying it's so unfair. It's getting addressed at the moment with proper counsel, and I can't speak too much. Now, looking into the comments, someone from Australia is saying that you're legally not allowed to when it's in the middle of a lawsuit. You're not allowed
Mm.
to discuss it. Who knows though? Like the fact that the husband came out saying that he didn't know this was going on, like he's blaming his wife for it. So obviously it happened. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
she's
when you
she's
get
losing her
updates,
children.
keep us informed because
Yeah. I never go on
that's a
TikTok.
it's just what a crappy
I
situation that
know.
is. And the kids always suffer.
I
It's
know.
always the kids.
I know. Like this reminds me of Gypsy Rose, like Munchausen by proxy. And I mean, that went on till she was like what, 18, 19, something like that,
Yeah.
where the
Yeah.
mom had her through fed her through a feeding tube and kept her in a
It's
wheelchair and kept her
amazing what
bald.
people do. Just what
I
they
know.
do
I
to
know. For what
I mean,
though?
it's
Like
terrible to do
gypsies?
somebody you don't know, let alone somebody that is your own child.
I know.
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
Munchausen by proxy. So anyway, terrible story. Sorry to start the day off with
No,
that.
no.
But I will keep everyone updated if I find out more. I'm starting to go on TikTok more and more because there's such good stuff on there that you
Yeah.
just don't see on Instagram. You see like little
Well,
clips on
Rick did a
Instagram.
story a while ago that TikTok is the new news center.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, so
Well,
he's not wrong.
no, he's not wrong because it seems to allow quite a bit more stuff. I think like it's not taken down as quickly as maybe Facebook or Instagram would be.
Yeah.
Although, some of my posts on there have been taken down just like through the cancer journey and stuff. They've been taken down. They say, "Oh, it's not appropriate" or whatever. But anyway,
Facebook eliminates us a lot.
really, us like we're
Yeah,
not even
like
saying anything wrong. I don't get it.
no. Well, I remember we did a story about something, and now you know the algorithm is a little off. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yes.
So we were doing
I
so well, and then all of a sudden, ooh, Facebook is like putting
I
the
am
screws to us.
telling you, I have told this, I think it was to Rick on another show, where in 2020 I was very outspoken.
Yep.
Again, I'm a Canadian. My opinion means nothing, but I'm outspoken and I'm a conspiracy theorist. So you can understand who I would vote for had I been in America in 2020.
Yeah.
And so I would post a lot about it. And then a couple days before the election, my Facebook was hacked. I couldn't log in. My third Instagram account had been
Happens to
shut
me all
down.
the time.
I had thousands of followers. My bank account had been hacked into and password changed, so I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I had to call my bank to get it reset. I couldn't even make a new Instagram until I went to a friend's house and used his IP address, made a brand new email, and did all that. So it was crazy. And I was like, I'm a Canadian. Like, my opinion means nothing when it comes to this. But yeah, and then ever since then, it is tough to even get likes or followers or things like that, views, because you are in social media jail forever. You have the black dot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
It's a liability having me on your show, Ron.
Believe me, it's not just you. It's not just you. It's not. So hey, we got a guest.
Yes, we got a guess. So something a little happier than my horrible story. So
Yeah,
Gary Hop is here.
hopefully Gary Hop, and he's going to tell us about an event he's doing,
I'm so
and
excited.
it's exciting. It's exciting because I've worked with his buddy Steve on some
Awesome.
hunger things, and he's going to tell us all about what's going on this week.
Amazing.
So
Bring him
Gary,
on.
let's go.
Gary,
Hey, how you
hello.
doing? How's
How
it
are
going?
you, Gary?
Am I with you?
You are here. You're
Yes.
live.
I am here and I am there. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Welcome.
So Gary, this is Becky. You haven't had
Hi.
a chance to talk to Becky.
No, we haven't.
She's the goat around here.
The goat.
Hi, Becky. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks. How are
I was
you?
listening to your talk. It was very interesting and sad and tragic all at the same time.
It was, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
not my finer moments for sure. Not a great story to start the
You got to
morning off
shine a
with.
light on the darkness, Scott, darling. That's what we do.
We
Yes.
also have Steve did make an appearance. He is
Oh,
there.
awesome.
So we're gonna bring out Steve as well. Let me change these
Perfect.
graphics a little bit here. And let's see how this works out. Hopefully this works out pretty well.
Awesome.
That actually worked. So I got the thing right in the middle.
Welcome, Steve.
Good morning, all. Thank you.
Steve, it's been a while.
How are you?
So Becky, just to put this in perspective, me and Steve used to do a show, Music Causation, and we used to
Oh.
bring a lot of the local and sometimes not so local. We had Floridians. Is it Floridians?
Mhm.
On the show as well, playing some music, talking about what they do for, whether it's the One of 52 Hunger Network or, just something that they do on their own.
Cool.
And, so Steve, I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, we're on a little bit of a hiatus. cumbersome for me to organize every week, but I hope to get back to it. I love the name, and it ties, music and the cause of ending hunger directly together. We're always looking to forge that link.
I think, Steve, you are breaking up big time.
Yeah, you're breaking up on my end too.
Let me step outside and see if I might have a better signal.
Oh, he's got the sunshine going. See, Gary, you should be outside enjoying the sun.
Yeah, there's too much noise outside where I am right now. I'm just finishing up a project I'm doing with someone else.
But I'm not sure if I might be on cellular. Is that any better?
Yeah, way better.
Great.
Got a blue sky.
Looks nice
So-
and warm there.
So, Gary, how long have you been doing this event, in which we will talk about in a moment?
Okay, so I created this event and came up with the idea with it probably 35, 36 years ago when I was one of the owners of Alias Smith & Jones in East Greenwich.
Oh, my
come from the
God, I
bar
remember
restaurant.
that place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I grew up in the bar restaurant business in East Greenwich with my family called the Post Road Inn. And so then I ended up in there. But my mother taught me how to give with love and to share what you had. So I came up with this idea of giving thanks because Thanksgiving was great, but I wanted to do something also outside of just enjoying it as my family. So I talked a bunch of people into it. And what we did back then was it was really designed back then for people who were really in need and shelters and homeless people. So we'd have people bust in and we'd do 2 or 3 seatings. And back then you could go to Stop and Shop and get like 50 turkeys donated to you, like by just asking,
Wow.
Liquor companies would give you all kinds of stuff too back then, mirrors and T-shirts. So we had a lot more through the years. We've done it, and we've done it a lot of different places, Finn's Harborside, a couple other places. And now we've been at Dan's place for the last 7 years. It's kind of organically morphed into just being a community event for everybody that could just like some community. It could be somebody who lost a husband and they're all alone. So they didn't actually have to be homeless. But what we did was we took the money that we would raise every year and then we gave it to those organizations that used to bring people in. So we didn't forget them and morph another direction. We just found a way to give to them differently. Everybody feeds the pantries around the holidays, but we wanted to give them something beyond that. So we got them some money, just like Steve works on the root causes of hunger all year round, not just around this time. But so the last 7 years it's been at Dan's. And what we do is on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving every year, we open up Dan's place, which is closed, and we feed probably between 300 and 500 people free. We have a radio station that broadcasts live 105.5, 1450 AM. And Chris DiPaolo used to do a thing with me every year along with Steve too, and we've always done these videos. But all day long from 4 to 8 is when you can eat your food, which is a traditional Thanksgiving Day dinner, or you can have Dan's famous pasta bolognese because we want to give people an option. And we have music. I have all different solo, duo, and trio artists play all day long, one after another. All the great musicians, they all donate their time like everyone else. Then at 8 o'clock, my band, the Good Vibe Tribe, Gary Hop's Good Vibe Tribe comes on, and we play from 8 to 10, and it's a full-blown out rock show. And we get crazy and go tribal and get wild. So we've got a lot of sponsors that come through, a lot of different friends like Task Automotive Group, Butler Business Realty. We've got all the different people that do food for Dan. They all step up and give free year.
Uh-oh.
Always says it's a
Gary's
great
breaking
day
up
for
now.
giving at Dan's place. So I have on
Gary,
right now
we cannot
is this
hear
year's
you.
shirt. I just released it today. So, and on the back of these shirts, I just want to show you, since I was mentioning sponsors, we list all the sponsors that have helped out.
Oh,
And
wow.
have donated money or food or one way or another. Because no matter how much you love giving, that someplace along the line, somebody's got to give some money to make it work and keep it sustainable. So the reason we've been able to do it all these years is we've had a lot of people step up, give up their time, their money, their efforts to make sure that we are able to do something like this so then we can go out and help people that are in need at this time, our fellow Rhode Islanders. And it ties right into everything Steve Maciel does. So as soon as we got this going, I got in touch with him, and I've always used it as my one of 52 Hunger Network yearly thing I do. We try to do some other stuff too, but Steve can tell you more about his organization because it's a top-notch organization trying to do things about the root causes of hunger, not just feeding people when we can. Because it's just like that whole thing: give a man a fish, or teach him how to fish. Kind of the same kind of principle. And Steve's a great man that does good things. One other thing I'd like to mention before I try to shut up.
Harry, you need to stay put.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a roamer.
Every time when you walk
Dan
around,
Heber.
it loses it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Just tell me that up front next time. I'll try to stay still. Good luck with that, by the way. But anyhow, Dan Heber is the guy who owns Dan's Place. He's created that from when it was a little. He is an unbelievable man who does a lot of giving, a lot of things behind the scenes that nobody will ever know about. But he's always about community and giving to stuff. And he's bought into all of my little hippie ideas. So we do Earth Day stuff, and we've done this giving about show it. Just try to stay still.
We missed that one, but so Gary, how does one who watches this show, how do they donate to the cause?
Okay, so we've never put anything out there and called for donations that you can send. We'd like you to come on down and feel the community of it. So you can come down, you get fed for free. You can possibly get a t-shirt if you get there early enough, because they go fast, and we don't charge anything for them either. We give them away, but people give donations for them. And people just walk in the door and they donate. So I've gotten $1 for a t-shirt, and I've gotten $100 for it. So it's all about what you want to do. So you can come down to Dan's Place at 880 Victory Highway in West Greenwich, and show up and see some music, get fed, meet a bunch of people, maybe get on the radio, do some dancing, hear some great music. And if you feel like you feel called to donate, then that's what you do that day. The quote I've always used to describe this is two of them. One is celebrating the art and act of giving. And the other thing is, we not only want to feed their bellies, but their eyes, their ears, their hearts, their minds, and their sense of community. We want people to show up and feel the vibration of all of us together, where we share the music and share the love. Because then that you leave with that feeling, and it's an even better feeling than just giving some money, which is good too, because you know you did something good. But when you go there and experience it around other people, I think you take it with you more, and maybe you use it more as you walk through your day-to-day life and make a better world. That's what we're all trying to do anyhow, right?
Absolutely. So Steve, let me ask you this. You've been doing this for a long time. And when we met, it was very easy for me to jump in. And this is what I can do to help. Now, explain how one of 52 Hunger Network works.
Sure, it's a simple concept, and I got to say, talking after Gary is a hard act to follow, but I'll do my best.
You are both good at talking, believe me.
I'll take it as I'll feel it the most.
The concept of the 1 of 52 Hunger Network is we ask people to take a minimum of one action in 1 week annually to help end. And, I grew up watching all the great concerts over the years, the George Bravo, Bangladesh concert through the year, Live Aid, Band-Aid, and humbly, I knew that I'd never be able to stage at a magnitude, and really why what I want has been done, and it's been done so well. So I came up with this idea of why not have something much more grassroots happening over a time, happening at a level that individuals can participate in relatively small or large ways, but it's more of a cumulative action, something that gains momentum over time. So you become one of 52 others in your community who are taking action in 1 week of the year to help end the hunger. We started in Rhode Island. We're up and running in several states now. Rhode Island now has actually more than 52. So We're going to move forward and literally break it out into the cities and towns and communities. And if we keep being that successful, we'll break it down to the freaking neighborhoods, you know? And hunger can only really come to an end in one place, and that place is in the community. And it can only really end in one way, when the political will exists for us as a nation to stand up and say we just won't tolerate hunger in our community, or and all these individuals, the power of these individuals all taking action, setting the example to show others how they can be involved and how they can help. And that's really where the political will is going to come into play. And I'm outside, and I hope there's not too much wind noise here. It's kind of windy.
Okay.
I'm here on the beautiful Blackstone River.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
These are the docks where my Blackstone Valley Tourism Council runs their operation.
Is that right there on the line where Central Falls and Cumberland is?
Yes, it is. There's
Yeah.
City Hall right over there. We are at Central Falls Landing, and the president of the company always wanted to be situated directly on the river, and we now have that luxury. So not to stray too far afield, but Blackstone Valley Tourism is very supportive of the work we do. My boss and some of my colleagues are actually one of 52 members and musicians. Although it's not really just all about musicians, because musicians play at venues, so the venues are involved. And the fans who come to the show, they're the ones who bring the food and support these events, much like Gary's event and many others. So as I say, this is where the political will is going to come in. When you have so many people speaking with one voice toward one goal, it's inevitable, and it's a momentous thing that just will not be ignored.
Amazing.
So, all right. So, getting back to Gary, the concert event starts at what time?
Starts at 4:00 sharp. That's when the doors open. We have a bunch of different. Actually, I'm kicking it off this year with a solo. I'll do 3 or 4 songs acoustically on the harmonica, with a guitar that Steve found a way to gift to me through another beautiful story. And then I have a bunch of different guests coming after that. I've got 3 girls that are all bluegrass. They play nice little trio. And then I could name off a bunch of other people: Ted Sorleen and Hannah Sorleen, Devin Bender, Liz Schultz, Justin Pomfret, Steve Hanna, Dave and Ray acoustic duo, Kate LaRose. Steve Sasasimo is going to come in and do some stuff too. There's a couple other girls with Liz Schultz too. I can't think. Kelly Gruda, and I forgot the other girl's name right now. Sorry. But they're all going to play, and then when that's done, that goes from 4 to 8, and that's when you can eat. At 8 o'clock, the kitchen closes, and then at 8 o'clock, Gary Hop's Good Vibe Tribe, which is my 5-piece band, comes on. Oh, wait a minute! Just before me, the Rhode Island Bucket Drummers are on.
Right.
A fantastic group of guys who've grown through the years. It's hard to even get them to. They're so booked, it's hard to get them, but they find a way to make sure for us almost every year. That beautiful verse too. And so we're going to keep them on stage with us for a couple songs with the Gary's Good Vibe Tribe too. And that's Glenn Miller, Lester Petrarca, Bill Powers, Dave Sweet, and myself. And we're very interactive. I hand out like 20 tambourines. We have hats and all kinds of stuff. And it's all about the fun. We bring people on stage, and it's very interactive. And we play a lot of oldies, very feel-good music that you sing along to too.
I feel like I could play the tambourine. I feel like I could do that.
I got one with your name on it, no problem, for sure.
Sounds great.
Actually,
next time we do this, you got to come on with your guitar or your harmonica and play a song.
I'm game for that, for sure.
Indeed. And if I can also do a plug while I'm here, we also have a huge gig this coming Saturday after Thanksgiving, right here at Shocks Entertainment Center, which is the second floor of this beautiful building that we're in, 1420 Broad Street, Central Falls, Rhode Island. And my friend John LaFrancois, who's also a fellow 1 of 52 member, he's arranged this. He gave me the news the other day that he wants to make it an annual event. So we got about 10 acts that are playing, and it's starting out with Mark Cutler, Bill Bartholomew, Shakula, and the award-winning Grant Malloy Smith, and then
I had a couple of those guys on.
and then other great bands getting more rocked out as the night goes on. And I'm going to play a little bass, so if you want to come and hang out with me and play a little bass.
I can't believe I wasn't invited to play now that you mention it. Jesus.
I didn't do the lineup so much, so yeah, Gary, we got to spread the love around, you know.
Dude, I got plenty of plus places to play too. Hey, you know, since you got a plug in, do you mind if I just rattle off the sponsors? These guys give us money every year, and they're the ones who make it right. So it's Java Madness Waterfront Coffee House, Iavino Appraisal Services, Tasca Automotive Group, the 1 of 52 Hunger Network, Land FSX Landscaping, Butler Realty Group, Quality Food Company, Rocks Produce, U.S. Food Service, Trailside Lodge, Cosmic Kitty, M&M Paving, The Musician's Guru, and 101.5 Kent County Classic Rock AM 1450. These guys have been multiple year sponsors for us with cash and with product to make sure the food's there. So we can't go without, you know, giving them some love too. Thank you.
That's amazing, Gary.
So awesome.
So great.
It is. Next year, don't forget to get in touch with me so Going On Daily can be on that shirt as well.
Excellent. By the way, I'd like to say one thing. If there was a way we can do this next year where we have a way to donate through the airwaves and stuff like that, maybe we'll consider that, because then we can have a bigger amount of giving to do. And also,
I'll also do this for you. Not only will we do that, I could put it in my calendar right now that I could be there and I could stream live.
Oh yeah,
for the whole
for
event.
sure.
That would be
We'll put your logo on that TV shirt along with that one.
So we will do that. So Steve, make sure I don't forget.
Oh, I'll make
Hold
sure
me
you don't
to it.
forget.
You too, Gary. Hold me to it. I will
No,
be
you know,
there.
don't worry about that. I don't forget things like that. Also, remember, if you feel called, please bring some non-perishable food items to the show this Tuesday, tomorrow, and we'll make sure that gets to all the pantries along with the money to help out all these local people
And
who
these guys make sure it happens. Let me tell you. You know, I mean, there's a lot of charities out there, and you just don't know, you know, where things go. But working with Steve, I know things happen, and he makes it real. So if you're out there and you want to help, even if you're not even in Rhode Island, you can go to your local pantry and you could donate.
Nice. Well said. Yeah,
Simple
this
as
is meant
that.
to be a catalyst. So if you feel in your heart and you hear this and you're somewhere where you're not able to get to our thing, just give to somebody. Do something, because giving is a beautiful way, and to make your own life better. You'll feel better immediately. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary, whether you know it or not, you just actually quoted a famous line of just do something. People can visit our social media and website at 1of52.net and learn how to get involved. And it was Harry who said, do something. Simple statement, do something.
It
Yeah.
was
Well,
funny.
I want to thank you guys for being here.
Can I say one thing?
No, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, because Steve referred to this quote on the video we did the other day. We did one of these ourselves, and it's from Lord of the Rings, and it says, you know, Gandalf was talking, in his experience, it's not these big giant acts that big giant people and corporations do. It's the small acts of regular people like us on a daily basis, just acts of kindness that change the world. And that's the truth of it.
I love that.
I do too. It makes me feel good just to say it.
Yeah. So, look, I want to thank you guys for being here. And, you know, like I said, next year, you'll have me for the day.
Excellent.
And
we want Becky too.
Yeah, well, I will make sure
she's on the show too.
I'll come to Rhode Island. I could love
Excellent.
to come to Rhode Island.
Oh, good. I created a road trip for you. Excellent.
She's
road
she's
trip.
in
I don't
Edmonton
know.
right now.
Yeah, I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, so it's
Oh,
a bit of
well,
a
okay.
hike. So I'd rather take a 3-hour flight, probably.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
come to you.
Well, we have
Yeah.
a very large homeless population
Both-
here. A lot of people in need.
Yeah, well, let's.
Thank you
Hopefully,
guys
somebody
so
hears
much.
this and they
So
start
much.
a 1 of 5200 network there too.
I hope so.
All right. I want to thank you guys for being here again. And I hope the turnout, it far exceeds everything you expect. I hope maybe it can actually solve the problem.
Mhm.
We're working.
So,
Ah,
I mean, it's such great work that you guys do, and I'm actually glad that I get to do this to put it out there even more.
Mhm.
I'm going to share all this information on our Facebook and my Facebook and everything else. So thank you
yeah,
guys so much for being here.
we'd like to thank you guys and the thing you've created there, which is a great way to get the word out. Because without you guys,
Mhm.
not a lot of people hear it, and then they don't get to go get that feeling of giving. So,
Mhm.
it's all of us working together as community, hand in hand, that gets the job done.
And this media is so important, and Ron was
Mm.
certainly 1 of 52 action. Helping us to get the word out. So, thank you so much.
Amazing.
All
Share
right,
the
guys.
music, share the
You
love.
take care. Have a great day, great event,
Yes,
and
keep
wish
doing
you a
what you're
lot of luck.
doing. Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Much love.
Wow. Like, I
They
am
do
blown
look. They've been
away.
doing this a long time, Becky, and it's really amazing the work that they do.
What did Gary
You
say?
know,
36 years?
yeah,
I'm blown
it's a
away
long
by
time.
this. Yeah. They're amazing. Like, there's not enough people like that in the world. There are definitely people who help out, but we don't have enough people like that organizing,
Right.
collecting money and food
Yeah,
and sponsorship, who
and these
just
are
have a
local
heart.
musicians.
I
Local
love it.
musicians doing this. Why aren't the big stars doing this? Right?
Oh yeah.
That
You
could
know what I
snuff
love?
out everything instantly.
I love when there's well, I don't love it, but like the irony of when there's a natural disaster or something, like let's say Lahaina fires and people like Oprah asking people to donate. Lady,
Yeah,
you're the richest woman in
I know. She's
Hollywood.
got over $1 billion. Just donate a couple of
I think the
million.
richest woman in the world. Like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
yeah.
Don't ask people to
It,
donate. Donate yourself.
it's laughable when you're talking about the stars that
It's
they just give their
infuriating.
time, and that's all fine and dandy. But you could do so much more, right?
Well, I
But
mean,
these,
think of how many people you could feed with even $1 million. Like when you have $1 billion, what is $1 million?
yeah,
Honestly, like you
right.
could feed
It's
so
nothing.
many people.
It's like us carrying around a quarter.
Yeah, literally. I don't know.
But they
It's
do such
absolutely
great work.
crazy.
If
Yes.
you look out there, if you want, you can check out Music Causation on Rhode Island Broadcasting, whether it's
Hmm.
YouTube or Facebook. We
Hmm.
have all those episodes still up. Great music. The
Awesome.
musicians came in and they were wonderful, wonderful.
Amazing.
Especially like Nate. A little shout out to Nate Casalino, fantastic musician, great writer. Love his music. So check out Music Causation on here, and you'll learn about a lot with those guys. Let me
Hmm.
tell you.
Well, those are some great contacts to have. Amazing event. I hope that it has a huge turnout. And like, I hope it just gets bigger every year. I think they're doing an amazing job. So, great
Yeah,
guest.
I love it. I love
Amazing.
it.
Well, I hope that your next topic is just as heartwarming.
It just is heartwarming. Well, it's hot or cold, right?
Okay.
So I did this with Ira, and I've done it with Kenny. And I kind of like this because it gives us a little conversation piece with the what's trending out there,
Hmm.
you know? So I take 6 items that are trending
Okay.
on Google this morning before the show, and we do hot or cold. And you're going to tell us, Becky,
Okay.
whether you think it's hot or cold, hot being it's big, it's a massive story, it's fire,
In my
or
opinion,
in your opinion,
okay.
or cold, meaning who cares?
Oh, you know me
Okay?
mostly. What I say is, who cares?
Right. This is why it's going to be really good. This is the one I've been waiting
The
for.
cynical version of hot and cold. Okay, let's go.
All right. So the first hot or cold topic, what's trending? Hana Kobayashi is trending. And
Kobayashi, like the professional food eater?
I believe it's his
Daughter?
wife. I'm
Wife?
not positive. It might not even be related.
Okay. I'm gonna Google it while you're talking.
Like I said, this is what's trending now. So
Okay.
Anna Kobayashi, I believe she disappeared after
Oh,
sending emails to her family.
what?
So she disappeared. Is this hot or is
Oh
it cold?
no. Well, I don't want to say it's hot, but yes, this is a very important one. Any person going missing. I thought it was a food eating thing, so I was like real excited for it. No, this
No,
is important.
it's somebody that disappeared. It could be related. I don't know. Because
Says
I'm just looking at the trend. That's all I'm looking at.
Says the father of a Hawaiian woman went missing 2 weeks ago, was found dead on Sunday. Yeah, that's huge news. That's hot.
Okay. See, we're on a roll. See, already going the way you didn't expect it.
Yeah, because I thought it was a hot dog eating contest.
Thanksgiving football games.
Not. First of all, it's
Cold,
not
right?
Thanksgiving for Canada. My Thanksgiving was 6 weeks ago.
This
So
is
to
why
me,
your opinion matters,
This
right?
is just a regular November. It's my friend's birthday today, my dad's birthday tomorrow. That's what's important to me on this November
happy birthday,
weekend.
Dad.
Yes.
All right. Ali Lauder is trending.
Ali
for
Larder,
appearing
really?
on Landman.
Oh, really? Like the old model from like the early
Yeah.
2000s?
Yeah.
Nah, that's cold to me. Like, who cares?
All right. This is an interesting one, which I'm guessing you're going to be like looking at this story after the show. Chris Chan, who is also known as Christine Chandler, was arrested and has charges of incest.
What? Politician Christine Chandler?
Now Chris Chan.
Yeah, that's hot for sure. Incest charges.
You're already looking it up now. You can even
Yeah, I am 100%. Webcomic creator, artist, blogger, and YouTuber. Chris Chandler. Oh, is that? That's not a woman. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you're saying.
Now Chris Chan.
I see. I mean, like, okay. How do I put this politically?
Yeah.
Dude's sick. Okay, but this is important news. We should be talking about it. Anytime there's like some sort of incest thing, pedophilia thing, it needs to be talked about publicly. Yeah,
that's why I knew you were going to be looking this thing up.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
He apparently had a medical emergency during a sermon.
Oh, really? I think that's hot. Hot seems like the wrong word for this.
Well, it means that it's big, it's a massive story, I wouldn't say it's fire in this case, but
Right. Yes, I know TD Jakes. I would say he had a health incident, but it doesn't say what it is.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear health incident, I think it's a heart attack and it's because he took the COVID jab. That's what I think, because, tinfoil hat.
Yeah. All right. The last one on the list, which I already know what this one's going to be, but it is trending. Panthers-Chiefs, with the Chiefs winning the game.
You know my answer to that.
Yeah, I know your answer to that.
Is the Chiefs where Taylor Swift's boyfriend plays?
Yes.
Okay, then a big who gives a shit.
Okay. See? That's what I expected right there. So, you went 3-3.
Okay.
So you're right up the middle, and I thought for sure at least 4 were going to be cold.
At least 4. I like the I like the conspiracy stuff. I like the heinous stuff, like the stuff that needs to be talked about. I mean, the TD Jakes one, I just think like it sucks that someone had, he's on
Yeah.
stage, he's a mega church pastor kind of guy, or a
Yeah.
mega,
He's
like a Joel
huge.
Osteen type. So for him to have an incident right there on stage, I mean, that's wild. Like a lot of people
It's got to
were
be
present for
scary if
that.
you're in the
Yeah,
audience, right? If
yeah,
you're watching this, especially if
yeah.
it's if you're watching live at the place,
Terrifying.
that's got to be startling.
Yes, exactly. So,
So,
I mean, that
so
one
that
could have
is
gone
hot
either
and
way.
cold, Becky.
That one's like lukewarm to me, but if I had to choose, I'd say we'll put that on the hot side.
Okay, that was one more
Interesting.
than I thought you were going to get.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And full of surprises. Okay, well, look at
Full.
this. We actually have time for one more topic today. We weren't sure if we were going to,
Right.
but we do. So last week, I started a Christmas traditions around the world segment, and I figured it was going to be three parts because there's 25 of them. So I think I left off at, number 7. Yeah, I think number 7. Fruitcake. That's right. I left off at roast
Right. Yeah.
fruitcake.
I don't know. Fruitcake I stay away from.
That should be in nobody's. Sometimes like when I've eaten all of the Christmas treats and then all that's left is fruitcake, I'll eat it and I hate myself for it. But I'm like, girl's got to get her carbs.
My mom got a fruitcake from my grandmother, her mother, one year. And I remember this vividly. She told her mother, "Why are you bringing this crap here? I don't want this. Nobody wants to eat this.
Wow.
Don't bring it anymore."
Grandma was probably so offended.
It was, I'm just like, what? Because I was like, I don't know,
Ruthless.
like 13, 14 at the time.
Wow.
And when she brought in the cake, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nobody wants
And
to
she
eat
told her,
it.
"Don't bring this here anymore."
That's hilarious. I'm trying to remember from this what the origin of this was. Oh, it started in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
So weird. Food got its start amid the pyramids and was even dropped into tombs since it was seen as a must-have food in the afterlife. Okay. Who am I to judge, I guess? If I'm going, that's not the food I want in the afterlife.
There's been some interesting ones so far. So
yeah, there has. Okay, so this one is the Christmas star. So in Poland on Christmas Eve, it says you may feel your tummy rumbling until your family receives a sign from the heavens. Oh, I think I did this one too.
Oh yeah, we
that
did
they can't
do that
eat.
when the
They
Polish
don't get
stars.
to eat until the star comes out.
Yeah,
so
that's
if it's
crazy.
a cloudy day, you're starving. That's hilarious. That's funny. Okay, then we'll start with this one then. In Ukraine, as soon as you sit down to the dinner table, get comfortable because you'll be here for a while. Ukrainians serve a 12-course dinner during their traditional Christmas feast, and each one is dedicated to each of the apostles of Jesus. That's very interesting. I wonder what the
different.
Judas meal is.
And that really is a very religious one, right?
Very.
I mean,
who can eat
your
12
family
courses?
has to be deep in it.
Yeah, right. I wonder, like, I know a few Ukrainian people from Ukraine. Like, I'm going to ask them about this and see if it's actually a thing or, maybe if it's in some parts. Is it just for the religious people? I don't know. Okay, this one is fun. The Night of the Radishes.
Night of the Radishes?
Okay, it says that this is a real night and it's celebrated in Mexico. It's considered a Christmas tradition. So every December 23rd, residents of Oaxaca, Mexico, witness a competition in which the participants carve a nativity scenes into the skin of good-sized radishes. They're put on display at the Christmas market for all to view. Okay, I love that.
Wow.
It's like pumpkin carving, but I mean, like a radish is like this big.
Yeah.
So. The picture is pretty
cool. I can get behind that one.
Yeah, like how do you do a nativity scene is the question. Like I could see like a happy face or a star or something, but like a full nativity scene, unless each one is like a character and then they line them all up.
Must have like little tools to use to make this stuff.
The most nimble fingers.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's pretty neat.
I don't know Oaxaca other than their cheese, and it's delicious. So I stand behind this. Whatever they do, I'm on board for it. Okay, this one, the Czech Santa. Did you know that in the Czech Republic, Santa doesn't even drop down the chimney on Christmas Eve at all? He actually just delivers his presents on December 5th or St. Nicholas Eve. Interesting.
That is interesting. It's
Yeah.
totally different
It's like,
day.
it's like the whole month is Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, this is an
and
American one. Tell me if you know
that's
it. In the United States and other parts of the world, the poinsettia is pretty much the official flower of Christmas, but
my
that is
mom
not the
used to love those.
case in, oh, it's not American. I should have read further. It's not the case in tropical Costa Rica, where the official Christmas flower is the orchid.
Oh,
I like a poinsettia. It's so Christmassy to me. I love it.
that's nice.
Yes. Okay, what about this one from Venezuela? In Venezuela, residents don't head to church services in cars. Instead, they go on roller skate. There's so many people who are participate in this tradition that several city streets are closed to traffic on Christmas morning in, I don't know how to say it, Caracas, Venezuela.
Caracas, yeah.
That's cool. I don't
That's
know why.
that's
It's
that's the
weird, but
kind of stuff that should happen, right?
yeah.
You know, it's so commercialized
Yeah.
here
Yes.
in it's just it's ridiculous.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're having a good time. This is what it's all about. It's about enjoying life.
Yeah. I don't even want to do presents. Like, I want to do family time. I want traditions. Like, my husband and I are going to a movie this year because the kids are going to their dad's for the first time on Christmas Day. He normally gets Boxing Day or
Yeah.
whatever. And, my parents are on Boxing Day and my husband's parents are on Christmas Eve. So we have nothing to do but go to a movie. So I'm super excited for this. Like, just to start these
It's
new
what I usually
traditions.
do on Christmas Day.
Yeah, yeah,
Is go
go to
to
a
a
movie.
movie. Yeah.
I still
Yep.
need to figure out what's playing on Christmas Day. I don't want to end up watching some
I
junk.
started doing it back when Die Hard came out.
Oh, gee, this is like,
The ultimate movie for Christmas.
oh, so you say. So
Ho
you
ho
say.
ho!
But in the 80s when it came out,
Yippee
or the 90s,
ki
when it first came out, though, did people think it was a Christmas movie?
No. I mean, they knew what it was, but
Yeah.
it's set on Christmas, so it's it's got a lot of references to it. So
I
I
guess.
mean, it is the time, it is the season on that
Mhm.
movie, and there was a lot of things that had Christmas in the scenes and stuff.
Right.
So
I like a little less death and violence on Christmas.
yeah,
So
I mean, most people do. I mean, it's Die Hard.
it's Die Hard. That's very
And
true.
Lethal Weapon, by the way, is also a Christmas
So
movie.
you have heard you say. I've
But
never
I mean,
seen
you gotta
either.
love Home
So
Alone, right? I mean, I
yeah,
think that's the best one for
exactly.
Christmas, real
I agree.
Christmas.
Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Muppets
Exactly.
Christmas Carol. These are
Yeah.
staples in our house. Okay, I'll do
Chevy
two
Chase.
more
I mean, you
and
gotta
then,
play all these movies when you know.
yeah, totally. Christmas Day when I don't have children. Okay, two more and then we will wrap up for today. Mince pies. Maybe you've heard of mince pies in passing, but what are they exactly? They're tiny pies filled with dried fruit, and they're so popular in England during Christmas season that the children leave them out for Santa instead of cookies. That sounds like a fruitcake in pie form. That sounds gross.
Yeah, but it's probably got a pie crust.
It does have a pie crust, but then you have that gross, weird,
But
chewy
then you
fruit
have the
filling.
stuff inside that is basically a hidden fruitcake.
My family's from England. I'm going to ask them about this and see
Yeah,
if
I'm
that's
not on
actually a
board with
thing.
that one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I want
Okay,
the cookies, damn it.
yeah, exactly. Give me real cookies. This is why Europe is fit and America is not fit
Yeah.
because, or
Like
Canada is not fit.
if you want fruit filled, get a fig Newton.
We grew up on
That's
fig
it.
Newtons and
That's it.
my British grandmother. Okay, the holiday sauna. This is fun. So it says for most of us, Christmas is chilly, of course, especially if you live in Edmonton. So when there's opportunities to soak up the warmth, we take them. So we can get on board with this Finnish tradition. So from Finland, sitting in a sauna. Many homes in Scandinavia have saunas with people often sitting in it to celebrate Christmas Eve. That sounds great. I will
That's
celebrate.
nice.
I have a sauna in my house. I'm going to do that. on Christmas
That
Eve.
is great. I would love to have a sauna in my house. Oh my
It's nice.
God.
Yeah,
I'd be in
I
there
barely
all
ever
day.
use it.
All
No, you would
day.
think, but you don't. You get in there for like 10 minutes and you're like, nope, I'm done in here. Yeah, that's it for today.
That's
I'm so
great.
happy we had Gary and Steve on.
This is one of the best. I love this segment that you're doing. I love this because you get an aspect that you don't really know of,
Mhm.
and a lot of these are fantastic.
For
You
sure.
know, like I could do without the fruitcakes and the fake pie.
But it's just interesting to see, like, people probably love fruitcake. It probably is a tradition. They look forward, 11 months of the year to eat it.
Yeah.
Here, you want this cake that weighs as much as a brick and has weird chewy fruit in it? Perfect.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to give me a cake, I don't want a fruit cake. I want a chocolate cake.
No, if it had icing on it, maybe I could handle it, but
yeah, but that's just hiding it. It's the whole
yeah,
pie
that's
thing.
right.
It's hiding it.
That's just loading it up in gravy is what that is. So, well, a great show today. And again, everyone, check out this event in Rhode Island. Check out the 1 in 52 Hunger Network. And what was the event called? Gary's event? Was there a name
It's
for it?
Giving Thanks at Dan's Place.
Giving Thanks at Dan's Place. Okay,
it's in
amazing.
West Greenwich, Rhode Island.
Go check it out if you are anywhere near West Greenwich, Rhode Island.
Yeah, and donate to your local food pantry because Thanksgiving is in a couple of days really, and there's a lot of people that need the food really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So help out.
Awesome. Well, have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will be back tomorrow with Mr. Ira.
Yeah. All righty. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.